That update 36.0 added new cloaks, and if you put more than 100 glowing cloaks on one melon NPC at night, he will literally turn into a giant star. Just look how insanely cool this looks. But even fewer players know how to get the new secret NPC that I will show you at the end of this video, so make sure to watch the full video, because the longer you watch, the more interesting the secrets will become. And now let's start with a fact that only 50% of players know about. First, we need to open the map called Endless Ocean and place an item from the Mechanisms tab called Ballast. Then we tap it 2 times, press Edit Parameters, and set the value to the maximum number. And by maximum number, I mean a lot of 9s. After that, we simply activate it, and this ballast literally turns into a giant bouncy ball that always jumps away from the water. And honestly, it even reminded me of an Enderman from Minecraft, because just like an Enderman, the moment this ballast touches water, it instantly teleports away. Just look at this. It does not even really touch the water. It immediately teleports somewhere upward, which looks really cool and strange at the same time. And it actually looks partly similar to an Enderman from Minecraft. But the next secret is known by only 25% of players, and it is many times more interesting. As you know, in one of the recent updates they added 2 new items, Coral Blue and Coral Pink. But not many players know that these are actually some of the scariest and creepiest items in the whole Melon playground, because they are literally almost unkillable. Let's just try to shoot them first. And as we can see, they absolutely do not care. Nothing happens to them at all. Okay, maybe even a regular Melon NPC can survive a few shots. But now let's try something much stronger. Let's try to destroy these corals with a nuclear bomb. And honestly, after this explosion, I think they definitely should not survive. So let's activate it right now. And as we can see, they did not even lose their color. They did not break into pieces, they did not burn, and they did not change at all. This is actually really strange, because how can these tiny corals survive a whole nuclear bomb? It makes them feel really mysterious. Let's even spawn a lot of different nuclear bombs at the same time, and after this, I think literally nothing should survive. I will also place a regular Melon NPC here, just so we can compare what happens. And now everything exploded. There is not even a skeleton left from the Melon NPC, because everything was literally destroyed into pieces. But as we can see, our corals did not even change their color. This is really interesting, but also very strange, because this is basically the only item that cannot be destroyed in a normal way. But the most interesting part is what I will show you in this fact that only 10% of players know about. For this, we need to open the map called Lava Pool. And now let's throw these same corals straight into the lava, because as we know, corals are supposed to live in water. They are literally underwater objects. But what will happen if we put them into lava? And just look at this. They literally start running away and teleporting back and forth. But the most interesting thing is that they still do not take any damage. They just teleport around and try to escape, almost like an Enderman in Minecraft tries to teleport away from water. But these corals do not burn, they do not die, and they do not even seem to care about the lava. But now we move to the most interesting part, because only 5% of Melon Playground players know how to actually destroy these corals. For this, we need to open one specific map, and that map is Acid Pool. I think you already understand what we are going to do, but before that, let's first try to throw acid at the corals using an acid flask. We open the Syringe and Fluid Items tab, find the acid flask, and throw it right at them. By the way, leave a like if you also do not understand why the acid inside the flask looks orange, but the acid on the map is green. That is actually kind of strange. But anyway, nothing happened to these corals. And now let's simply lower one of these corals into the acid pool. And after some time, it actually disappears. This is literally the only way to destroy corals in Melon Playground, because even if you activate 100 nuclear bombs, the coral will still survive. The only thing that can actually destroy it is the acid on the acid pool map, because it slowly dissolves the coral completely. But before the most interesting secrets, I want to show you one small fact that was added in update 36.2, and only 3% of Melon Playground players know about it. For this, let's open the map called Water Pool, which has existed in the game for more than 3 years. And as we can see, at first it looks like nothing changed here. And yes, this map stayed the same for almost 3 years, basically since the moment it was first added. But in the recent update, the developers added a new mechanic here. I am talking about waves. Now, if we throw any item into the water with strong force, waves will start appearing on the surface. And honestly, this mechanic works really well. Just look how beautifully these waves spread across the water. But probably the saddest part is that we still cannot create these waves using the new wind mechanic. As you know, in this update they added wind, where you can fully change the direction and the force of the wind, With this mechanic, we can push different NPCs and objects across the map using only wind force. But sadly, it does not work on waves. And this is strange, because in real life, strong wind usually creates big waves. And if the wind is too strong, it can even create something like a tsunami. Just imagine how cool it would be if in Melon Playground, we could set the wind force to 1000 and create a huge tsunami. It could wash away the whole map, destroy all objects, and throw NPCs everywhere. But unfortunately, I do not think we will get something like this in the next updates, because right now the developers are focused on creating multiplayer. By the way, if you want more details about this, make sure to subscribe, because in the next video I will tell you some secret information about multiplayer. But now we move to a secret that literally only 1% of Melon Playground players know about. As you know, in Update 36.0, the developer added a new fireproof clothing set. It has 2 items, the fireproof suit and the fireproof helmet, and they actually do their job perfectly. For example, let's try to set this Melon NPC on fire using a weapon called Flamethrower. And as we can see, the fireproof suit completely blocks all the fire. The flames literally cannot touch the NPC. But now we move to the most interesting part. How can we repaint this whole fireproof outfit into black? I think many of you already know this trick. We just need to explode a few barrels near this NPC. And after that, the whole suit turns completely black. This way, we basically get a secret NPC called Black Melon. And just look at this. It actually looks really scary and cool at the same time. And as we know, there is already an achievement for the Gray Melon NPC. You can get it if you spawn 1 million Melon NPCs, and the last one becomes this rare gray version. For this secret NPC, the game gives you an achievement called Finally a Gray One. But honestly, it would be really cool if they also added a Black Melon NPC with a chance of 1 in 1000. And the achievement could be something like Finally a Black Melon. That would actually be very interesting. And way more players could try to get this achievement, because right now, I do not know a single player who actually got the achievement called Finally a Gray One. The chance is literally 1 in a million, which makes it almost impossible to unlock. Well, this was one of the most interesting secrets that I found in this Melon Playground update. And honestly, I am sure that many players did not know about it before watching this video. If you know any other strange secrets, bugs, or hidden mechanics in Melon Playground, make sure to write them in the comments. And if I really like your secret, I might even show your comment in my next video. Also, I want to ask all of you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because we are getting very close to 300,000 subscribers. And when we reach it, I will finally make a face reveal. So make sure to subscribe right now and watch the 2 videos that you can see on your screen. And with you, as always, it was me, Melfi. Thank you all for watching until the